Mr. Chairman and the members of the State Affairs Committee, my name is Gabriella Gonzalez, and I'm here to oppose Senate Bill 3. I'm currently studying for my Master of Education in Elementary ESL at UNT, and I'm a student teacher in Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD. My family has lived in Texas for generations. Only family through marriage has any direct connection to the immigration experience, and to my knowledge, I did have an ancestor born in Texas in 1836. Learning about the Tejano experience in my 7th grade history class was uncomfortable, especially since I was the only student of my background in my pre-AP and AP classes throughout school. But I firmly believe that understanding my family's place in history is what drove me to dedicate my life to teaching, what brought me here today. As a new teacher, I'm confused by the lack of guidance this bill provides if a teacher finds himself in a position where a student or parent complains about the content of a lesson in any content area. What happens to a teacher in this scenario when this scenario eventually arises after a bill like this passes? I don't know how I'll be able to teach about the diversity of the Hispanic population in Texas as provided in the bill without some of the content that was struck through in this updated version of HB 79. Several important historical movements, people, and court cases like Hernandez v. Texas were eliminated in this bill. I quickly learned in 7th grade to even examine my place as a Tejana in the American narrative as a deeply uncomfortable experience that involves looking at how my ancestors were treated after the Texas Revolution and how I'm currently perceived by others. 52.8% of our public school students are Hispanic, and the figure rises to 75.4% when looking at the campus I work at in Carrollton. I deserve to know my place in Texas history, and so does every 4th and 7th grader looking at the subject in this state. I should feel no fear when teaching the experience of Hispanic populations in Texas during social studies or in any content area, especially when I'm teaching primarily to students that look like me. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, Gabriella. Diana?